taking time. Okay, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. And you are all welcome to class today. It's a very great pleasure to be here with everyone once again, and to join us at the free Power BI class. One thing is, I think every time we release the video out there, more people are getting interested, and it's really a good thing. It's really a good thing. It's actually very relieving, and I'm glad that we are bringing more people on board. That's quite good. Last time when we were in class, we discussed about working with the Power Query editor, which I told you is actually meant to be for data transformation or data preparation, whatever you want to call it. But in simple terms, cleaning data efficiently, cleaning data effectively. That is what we use the Power Query to do. So today, we are going to be starting the series called Data Transformation. And I had sent to you the file in which we're going to be covering. So that file has real scenarios. Like I told you, my class they're all going to be real life scenarios. It's not something very simple, but I will try as much as possible to make sure they are as simple as possible, right? These scenarios are divided into 20 different scenarios in which everybody, one way or the other, would at least 10 or 15 of them, you will come across it one way or the other. One of the scenarios, somebody messaged me sometimes back that they were working on a project. I think it was Gladys. And then one of those scenarios was covered. I told her that I was still going to do a class about that. So, but they say we had to work on that later, but now we're having it here as well. So all these things, we are bringing them all together. And it's going to really be a wonderful one. You're going to enjoy it. It might take a bit of time, but the end goal is to make sure that when it comes to transforming data, you are not scared. Because if you can't transform your data properly, if you can't clean your data properly, you're going to be having issues. And like I told you, Power BI has made a lot of things very easy. Drag and drop. The only issue there is that you don't really know sometimes where some of these things are. Sometimes what to go and click to do what. Some of us don't know it. And that is what we are here to unmask. Another thing sometimes is the mentality of, okay, when I have this type of problem, how do I attack it? Are you following? So these are some of the things that we are going to be looking at together. Like I said, and as you've known, the class is always beginner friendly. And welcome, and let's start the journey of data transformation together. Okay, my wonderful people. As you can see on my screen, usually this is the first place you go to when you open up your Power BI, right? And what do? You go to the file. The file we'll be working on this while is Power BI file, this one. So I'm just going to open up the Power BI file. And once I open up the Power BI file, we're going to be loading queries. Obviously, it's going to load. It's a bit of time, boom, and then there you go. So now you see we have all that we had done before now. Right here we have everything. We have the data here. So if I click here, I'm going to see all the columns that we had worked with. We are still going to come back to this dashboard though. You see this dashboard? We are going to create this report. We're going to create a dashboard about it. We're going to publish it. Everybody must publish. Everybody must talk about it online. It's a personal data set that I have created myself, and it's something that is very glaring. Every small business owners would really love it because it's not just about phone, it's about your business, basically. So I'm going to be doing that. But for today's class, we're going to be using another separate data set in which we are going to be bringing it in now. Now, that data set is the 1 minute. Let me open it. Before I open it in this thing, I'd like to show it to you first. So we have the data set is, sorry about that, I have quite a lot of things on my phone. Yeah, this is it. Data transformation data set. So I'm going to first open it up, right? I'm going to first open it up where we're going to be seeing everything that we have there. I want to believe everybody can see my screen. Can everybody see my screen? Good. So this is the data sets we are going to be working with. So you can see we're going to start from this guy that talks about data cleaning, right? This is just generalized data cleaning. And why did I start from here again? We had done something similar to this before, but I still want us to go over it again because the more you do it, the more it sticks to you. Then you have this guy here that says checks transformation, where we're going to be talking about different texts. Then you have the split column here, where we're going to be splitting some columns and doing some things. Then you have here duplicate remover. You'll come here, index ranking. So we have all of this up to 20 different stuffs. Majority of everything you want to do cut across all that we have here. So don't worry yourself, you're going to enjoy it. But one thing to first know is that this file is not a CSV file. Because how do I know it's not a CSV file? If I look at the file says this is a Microsoft Excel worksheet. So the way you bring in Microsoft Excel worksheet is different from the way you would bring in a CSV file. So how do we bring in Microsoft Excel worksheets? Now, how do we do that? Let's go back to our Power BI. Now, the thing is, we want to bring in data, right? So who can tell me in the chat box right now, if I want to bring in data into my Power BI, where do I go to? No, I want to hear somebody else's voice. So raise your hand. Raise your hand. I pick you and use the microphone. Where do I go to when I want to bring in data into Power BI? Oluchi. Oluchi, you can go ahead.
You go to get data, sir.
We go to get data. So I can't find get data here. So let me see, maybe if I do all this. Good. So I go to get data. That's one. So as you said, I go to get data. That's primarily where I will get any form of data I want to import into a Power BI. But if you look just beside it, there's Excel workbook there already. But for the purpose of this, I will not click on Excel workbook already. I'm going to click on what? The get data. So go to the get data. Once you get to the get data, the first thing is still Excel workbook. Now you'll be wondering, why is it Excel workbook? Excel workbook. That's because majority of the time, our data are usually in Excel. I want to bring them into Power BI. That is just it. And also because it is Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Power BI. You know, there's a common factor there. Microsoft extracted away from where? Microsoft Excel. So now, so let's click on Excel workbook. So I've clicked on Excel workbook. Now it's telling me to look for the Excel workbook that you want to do what that you want to bring in. So what we're working with is the data transformation complete data set, right? So we're going to go into the data transformation complete. And once we do that, we have something is happening. Let's wait and see. Boom, we have that. Boom, 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 boom. We have that. Now, do you notice that this is quite different from what we had when we were using CSV? Do we all see it? This is different from where we are using CSV. Usually, when we are working with Excel data, you are going to have two parts. If all your parts in Excel is only range of data, right, you're going to have it all listed like this. But if you have tables, so for those of you that don't know Excel, there's something in Excel called tables, where you have your data, you press Ctrl T, you format as table. If you have formatted anything as table, down here where there's space, if you look at it, there's a space down here. Those ones that you formatted as table, they also arrange themselves here. Is that understood? But now, because everything we have a range of values, that is why they are listed down. So what do we now have here? What we have here are the names of the sheets that we have in Microsoft Excel. All the sheets we have in Microsoft Excel, they are the ones that we have here. from data cleaning, transpose, this corruption, all of these are what we have there. So what do? You can see I'm clicking on it. So the first thing you need to do first is you click on the one you want to work with, right? When you click on it, you just try to check here and just see, okay, it brought out everything for me. You come here too, it brought out everything. So what do you want to do? Now you need to check this box that is there. Just click on the checkbox, click on the checkbox. Now, if it is only one table, I'm sorry, only one sheet that I want to do what? I want to work with. I'm only going to click on that one and say transform data. But in this case, the reality is that what? We want to bring everything in. We want to bring everything in. So since we are bringing everything in, what do? We need to check everything. So how do I check, or how do we check everything? Just keep checking. Let's see whether there is a, okay, there is no select all anywhere, unfortunately for us. So what do? We check one after the other. Bam, 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 bam. So you just keep checking. Bam, 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 bam. So you are done. Yes, Mr. Michael, your
All right,
hand is
sir.
raised.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir. How about we click on the first one, then hold Shift, then go to the last one and click. This might,
Okay.
I might talk. I'm just guessing. I don't know if it will work.
It's my work now. Who knows? Now, okay, let me cancel. Let's try it together. We learn every day. Can't remember the last time I brought in plenty things like this, except it's the database. Yes, then shifts down. Yes, perfect. Good. You can see everybody. Let every, so you can just do that as well. You go there, you press the shifts, and you come down, and then you have it all done. Now, what do you now do from here? Thank you very much for that insight. Good. Now, what do you do now? You have highlighted everything all down, isn't it, everybody? But what happens afterwards? Do you click on load? Do you click on transform data? Do you click on cancel? For those of you who have been following me since the first day of this class, especially when we started data Power Query, what is the next thing to press? What is that thing that you must always press? Anybody here?
Transform.
Transform data. Thank you very much. Transform data. So what do? We all go to transform data. For those of us who might be wondering, why don't we press load, since it's the one in green, and green means good thing, isn't it? When you press load, load will only take you back to your Power BI, main Power BI, and all your dirty data will be loaded with it. So you might later end up having errors here and errors there. So to prevent all these, what do? You click on transform data. And when you click on transform data, what happens? The data, the process queries, and then your Power BI, Power Query Editor comes up. Perfect. So let's wait for it. We have disabled. This is an error. I'm just saying for the first time. So I say preview was cancelled. If you have disabled downloading it, okay. I don't know why I have this, but let's see. If I have these issues, usually I'll just want to check the source. I have no issue. Yes. Okay. What's going on? Okay. Let's see. To see the result of this query, please manually refresh. Okay, so manually refresh here. Perfect. Sometimes some of the instructions, some of the error you're having is just right in front of you. He said to see this, do what? Manually refresh the Power Query Editor. So usually, let's see, I can click here to refresh all of it at once. So instead of me clicking just manual refresh, because if I click this refresh here, it refresh just one. But I can come here and just click refresh all. Boom. Let's see what happens. Aha. We are good. All the question marks are gone. You can see real life, real scenario. This just came to me as well. I've not actually brought this thing on my Power BI before, so I didn't even. So we are seeing it all together. So we are all learning all together. So you can see the way I tackled that. I first check. After checking, then I look for the solution together by just reading the instruction that is given. So now, where do we start from? Where do we start from? Where do we start from? So the first thing we do, I think we start from number one. That's where we start from. Always number one. So number one is data cleaning, right? So we're going to go to number one, data cleaning. We're going to go to data cleaning. Data cleaning. So what do we have in data cleaning? So if you look at the screen, we have what?
The screen is not showing again.
My screen is not showing again. Wow. Okay. Let me see what I can do to that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. What about now? Is it okay now?
It's showing now.
Okay. 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 Now, okay, so let's go. Now, everybody, we have the first one, data cleaning. So what do you notice? I believe everybody can see my screen now. Everything is visible, right? So first off, we start from this. We have row type, we have customer ID, we have first name, last name, phone, city, quantity, what else? Up to status. Now, how will I attack this when I have it? How will I attack it? The first thing is this. Let me even first look at it first. Let's look at it together. What are the issues that this thing is having? So in the comments right now, or if you have one issue, so I just want, if you are only allowed to say one issue that you notice, one issue, right? That's how we're going to take it, right? I said we're all learning together. So one issue. So if you notice any one issue, let's have it. Just raise your hand. I call you, then you tell me one issue that you notice. Then we get to resolve it. Yes, Baba Yemi has raised his hand. What is one issue that you notice there?
The header is also being repeated in the second row
Good.
for
So we
customer
have
ID
the head row,
last name.
and then we have the second row as well. Perfect. That is one error. So we're doing that. That's one. What else? Who else? Any other person? Don't be shy. Don't be. There are plenty. Oh. Yes, Oluchi.
The cases and the letters are
First
not
one.
yeah, the
Good.
cases.
The cases are anyhow. This is Chidi. This is small. This is proper. This is small, and the rest. Okay, that's two. Any other one? Your ability to be able to see errors, spot these errors, actually means you are ready to learn how to clean. So you know. Yes. Richard, another one.
All right, so for customer ID, the column, It's giving two type of data sets there. I'm seeing A, B, C, D, and then 1, 2, 3 below it. It's supposed
The
to
data set
be
a number column.
yes.
Okay, that's 3. Yes, what else? Joyce, Jacobede, Joyce.
You can see the quantity as negative quantities.
We have negative quantities. Perfect. Good. Yes, Winnie from South Sudan.
Yes, so for me, I think
Joyce,
under this
Yes.
numbers, I think that the phone numbers, some do have codes and some don't have codes. Like
some have
they don't.
codes and some don't
Yeah,
have codes. Perfect.
that's
Good. Now you can
fine.
see. Good. Joyce, where are you joining us from?
Kenya.
Oh, Kenya. Nice. My Kenyatta people. Okay, so thank you, Winnie, for that. The numbers, the phone numbers. Okay, one last one. There are plenty. Look, I think we have seen almost everything too. I think that's all. Is that all? There is one somebody has still not said. Who will be that person? I'll say it. Okay, there are even 2. One is this XXXXXX. Or you don't think it's an error? The XXXXXX that is showing all across is an error. What does XXXX mean in that place? Nothing. Then this column here, does it really mean anything? No, it's just telling you that all these parts are data. This is an extra column, this is an extra row, and this is the header row, isn't it? So we ask ourselves now, where do we start from? Usually where you start from, if you want to do, is to either remove your rows or remove the columns that you don't need. You remove, okay, let me see. Madam Gladys, do you have one extra one that you noticed? In fact, there's another one that none of you have said, and I think it's because you are not experienced yet. That's why you don't know. Gladys, do you have one other one?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Gladys.
The column for the unit price, there's
Unit price.
naira, there's N, there is dollar, and some
There's
is plain
N,
with
there's dollar,
sign.
and there's naira. Thank you very much. Good. That's another one that I didn't even know that is there. Good. But there's another one. I will not tell you everybody because I missed it. If you look at this Shidi very well, look at Shidi very well. Look at Amina. Aside from the case, is there a difference between Chidi and Amina?
Yeah, the space.
There is a space. So you're going to learn how to deal with all of that as well. So you can see this is an embodiment of problem. So now our own is to find the solution to this problem. Now, let's take it a step at a time. So let's go. We don't need this row type. This is a column. So since we don't need the column, what do we want to do to it? We want to remove the column. We want to do what? Remove the column. That means we want to transform. So there are 2 ways to do that. You can either come up here to remove column, or you go inside of transform and find remove column. Now it is very hard to look for. It will be somewhere here. I find it. Okay, I like easy things. It is easier here. This is looking at remove column. So I'll go there. So we have remove column. So if I click here, the one up, it will remove that row column. Right. What if there are multiple columns that I want to remove? So let me close it. Instead of to just click on that, I can just click here. It will tell me that should I remove columns or should I remove other columns? So if I do remove other columns, what does that do? It leaves that one and removes every other one. Do you see it? But that is not what I want. I wanted to remove only this column. So I can come here and just click remove that column, and then we are good. Is that understood, everybody? There's another method to do that, that in case you don't want to remove. Winnie, are you saying something?
Yes, I'm saying, could you repeat it?
Yes, I'll repeat it again. Don't worry. So we can use what? Remove columns. So how do you use remove columns? So we have 2 methods. The first one is if I want to remove only the column that I have highlighted or selected. What do? I click on that and I just say remove columns. Chakam. So when I do that, you can see that that column has gone. It's no more there. When I can click on X again, let's return it. If I want to remove other columns, except the one that I had held down or that I had highlighted, what do? I will just come and say remove other columns. That is another one. But wait, there's something in front of it that says choose column. What does this one mean? This one says allows you to have the list of all the columns and allows you to choose the column that you want to keep, the column that you want to work with. You are allowed to do that. So how do you do it? You can just come and just say, okay, I don't want row type. You uncheck it from here. And you just say, okay. And then, chakam. Did you see? So any method you want to use, any method that is convenient for you, what do? You use it. Is that understood? I like doing all this because I don't want, knowledge is not one way. Knowledge can come from different places. Are you following me? And the same thing in Power BI, Power Query. Now, let's go. I've done that. We have removed that column. The next thing is, okay, I have customer ID here, I have X here, and I have customer ID here. How do I need to make sure that that number 2 is actually supposed to be the header. So that means I want to remove that header and I want to remove the X that is there. So how do I go about it? I cannot say use first row as header. It means that X will be there. And now say use first row as headers again. Yes, this was what I wanted to do. But I could actually also say, instead of using first row as headers, I need to delete this X away from here. Another person can say that. That's another school of thought. Can say, okay, let me delete the X. So how do I delete that? It means I want to remove the row. So how do I remove row? The same way we have the way to remove columns is the same way we have remove rows. So how do we do that? You go to remove rows, then remove rows as different ways in which you can remove row. The first one there is remove top rows. That is starting from the top, start removing so rows. The second one is remove bottom row. That is starting from the bottom up, remove so rows. Then the next one is remove alternating row. So you take the first one, you leave it, you remove the second one, you leave the third one, remove the fourth one. Each of them have their own case study. So wherever you might need, you can use that one. Then we have remove duplicates. So if there's any duplicates in that place, it will remove it for you. You have remove blank rows. If there's any blank row there, it will remove it. Then remove errors. So if there's any error, that's the place you can easily go and then get it removed. So let's continue. We want to remove top rows now. So I'll click on remove top rows. It asks a question. It said, don't go anywhere. What do you want to do? You want to remove the top rows. Okay. How many rows do you want to remove from the top? Very simple question to ask everybody, right? How many rows do you want removed? Okay. I want only one row. Okay. I will say, okay. And then only one row has been removed. You know that I could have said, I want 2 rows. Another way, isn't it? And then that way, we are fine. We are good. We have solved that. But I don't want that. I want to teach the other method, which is we are removing 1 row, right? Because what if the former header was actually not the same header as what we have now? Good. So now, the next thing is this header now. We want to make this the original header. So how do I make it the header? Is by going to this place that says use first row as header. Use the first row as what? As the header row. Use the first row as the header. Okay, so when you click on it, bam, header. The first row becomes the header. Now, my people, do you notice that what we did was just that we promoted the header? But do you see that something followed it immediately? Change type. That is because immediately we have done promote to header, Power BI's engine will try to quickly find the data type, the type of data that is inside the column, each and every of the column. Power BI will quickly look for, okay, this one is looking like this, okay, all of them is like this one is looking like this, all of them like this. It will do all that and then try to give it a data type. Now you can see from someone that said there was AB123 somewhere before. Now everything is definite. You have 123 ABC, 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 text, numbers, numbers, text. They are good. So we've been able to solve that part. Now let's go on. The next is, let's now look for the issues one after the other. So if you look at this first column, do we have any issue there? Everybody? No issue, right?
No,
Good.
sir.
Now, nice. So let's go to the second one. First name. Issue choke. So what do we do? First of all, what do we notice? Somebody said the text is not following it is not case sensitive. That is, some of them are uppercase, some of them are lowercase. So how do we change case in text? How do we change case in text? To do that, all you need to do is you right click on the text. Do you see that? No. You right click, you go to you don't come to this drop down arrow. No, that's not what you want to do. You don't come to the ABC. No, that's not what you want to do. You click on the ABC if you want to do what? You want to change data type. And you click on this drop down arrow if you want to do what? If you want to filter. So if you want to filter on the drop down arrow, if you want to change data type, you click on ABC. But if you want to change the data, something about the data inside, you right click on the column name. You right click on the column name. So what's the column name? First name. So you just right click on it, and when you right click on it, you can see all these beautiful things. Another method, what you want to do is to transform that column. You can just go to transform, and then maybe this place is all written up. Those two methods are the ways you can do transformation, or part of the ways you can do transformation. So what do you want to do in this case? I want to do what? I want to transform the case. So I will go to transform. Now, the question is, which case do we want? Do we want everything in lowercase? Do you want everything in uppercase? Do you want everything in capitalized E? What I want is that the first letter should have a capital letter. That will capitalize each word. So what do? We click on capitalize each word. Chakam. And once we do that, everything now looks almost good. But then we have another issue. What is the other issue? We get to see as if the stuff is doing zigzag, zigzag, zigzag like a snake, up and down. There's space in front of you. Did that all save too much space? What is going on? How do I remove this space? It's something called trim. What do I call it? Trim. We need to trim the spaces away. Just like we have in SQL, for those of us that have been in my SQL class, remember L trim, R trim, trim. Or in Excel class, for those of you that have been in my Excel class, a very wonderful Excel class, we have a lot of trims as well. We have it here as well. So the trim is used to remove blank white spaces. Blank white space. So how do we use the trim to do that? So we use the trim to do that. We just go to the first name like this. You right click again. Then you go down to transform again. You will see trim there. Now somebody can say, Mr. Bankole, but I'm saying clean there. I'm saying clean. Okay, yes, you are saying clean. But clean will not remove the blank white spaces. Clean will remove errors that are not normal. Maybe you extracted from a database and then you are using some kind of alphabet that is not alphabeting. So that's what you use clean to do. But trim will do what? We remove the white space. So let's click on the trim. Check them. Boom. Now, what the trim does? The trim has trimmed the text for us. Now, from the look of things, we can see that everything there is good. Everything there is perfect. Now, let's go to last name. Last name, the same thing. So for last name, I will use this transform up here. So for up here, we go to what? Format. Yes, we go to format. What I want to do, I want to change everything to capitalize each word. And I want to change everything to what? Trim. And I want to trim everything. Good. Perfect. We are good on that. Please, are we following me? If you are following me and you understand what it is I'm doing, can I see you? You in the chat box. If you understand, you in the chat box. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comments or you raise your hands. Drop it in the comments or you raise your hands. Okay, good. I can see a lot of views. That means a lot of people we are following, and they just no question at all. Everybody is understanding. Somebody said they don't understand that trim part. Let's take it again. Oluwani Shola, if you look at Okafor here, you can see there's Okafor. But if you look at Bello, do you see that there is a space before the B?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, even this Adebayo, sometimes there might be a space after them. This as see Hassan. Wait, look at Adebayo. Do you see that I highlight Adebayo? You see, I highlight everything is in blue down here. Look at Hassan. If I highlight, what do you see? There's another space after that H, after that N. So that means white spaces sometimes can be before and sometimes can be after. Are you following me? Oluwani Shola?
Yes,
So
sir.
we need
Yes,
to
sir.
remove those white spaces, or else it will be causing issue for us. So what do we do? So to remove the white space, we use a keyword called trim. Is that understood? So for us to do that, you can right click on the last name, go to transform and click on trim, or you go to transform up here, go to format, and then you still see trim there as well. So when you click on the trim, chakam, it will remove all the white space. So let's go to Hassan now. See, there's no more white space in Hassan. Below, there's no more white space in below, before and after in each case. Do you understand it now?
Yes, sir.
Oluwani Shola?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you. So we have that. So we have the first name, the last name, now the phone number. So my wonderful people, what do we do to the phone number? Or we should come back to it. Okay, let's come back to it as you have said. Now let's go to city. All those easy ones, let's just do them once and for all. So for city, we have city. City is not, there's no issue with city except the fact that they are not they're all in different cases. So if I come here, sorry, and just come to city, format, capitalize each, and we are good, right? Yes, we are good. Yes, Richard, you raised your hand.
Sir, but there is repetition in city. We have Port Harcourt repeating itself and Lagos repeating itself. Are we not supposed to make it one, but since it's one city?
I don't understand. Lagos.
Ooh,
Is that what you mean?
Okay.
They are for different this thing. They're different. That's not what you can see that.
Okay. Okay. I've seen it. Yeah.
They are for different customers now. They are for different people. A lot of people are in Lagos now. So that is done. So for quantity, we notice that there's just minus. So we only have minus in quantity. Like, can I buy minus 20 amala, wraps of amala? So what do? This minus means there's an error somewhere. So I need to remove the minus. So in this case, what can I do easily? Well, I can just, there are contents of things to remove. But I think the easiest is for me to just right click and say I want to value. That's number one. I can say I want to replace value. So what am I finding? I'm finding minus and replacing with nothing. But when I press minus, do you notice that this thing comes out? It's saying enter a number value. This is why you need to be in class. So you say enter a number value. This is a number, but there's minus there. So if I say, okay, I want to replace value, right? This minus 5 minus. That minus, it is not seeing it as a number, it is seeing it as a text, as a symbol, which is a text. So it is not allowing me to change it, because you can see I cannot press OK. Now this thing is there. What can I now do? Okay. Different ways. I can decide, okay, what if I change everything here to text first? When I change it to text, then I can do what? I can replace the value from minus to anything. And then that works fine for everybody. Then after I'm done, I change everything back to what? To fixed, to whole number. Nobody have any issue. You can see that that's very straightforward. Abi, that's method number 1. Method number 2 is that we will say the method that is going to remain in our data. But I need to show you the 2 that is coming to my mind, right? You see all these things. I'm being sincere with you. I only know the error and everything, but I've not practiced to come and teach you. So everything is just coming to my head. As it's coming, I'm doing it. So if there's another simpler method that you know, can raise up your hand and quickly tell me that we can take this route as well. There's no cost in that. We're all learning together. So another way to do it is you go to quantity now. This thing is in minus. And when I was in mathematics class, I was taught that if I do the modulus of something, that means if I do the modulus of something negative, it becomes positive. Some people will be like, Mr. Bankole, why do you talk about mathematics again? I hate mathematics. God, you are giving me headache. Why did you say that now? I know. If you're in data analytics, you cannot run from it. Statistics, you cannot run from statistics. You cannot run from mathematics. It is your bread and butter. You bring it together. I had some of you want to go into, what's it called? Yeah, absolute. Yes, the absolute value. Absolute value. Yes. Absolute value. It's the correct thing to say. I had some of you want to go into data science and you say, you don't want to do mathematics, so you want to do machine learning. No, I'm not doing mathematics. I laugh in So how do I do the absolute value of this? So if you look at the transform, because you let's see, can we do absolute value? Yeah. No, we can't do absolute value from here. We can do it though. But wait, everybody look at something. I want you to look at something. Take a look at this. If I come to city and I go there and I say transform, please look at everything that it gave me for transform of city. Lowercase, uppercase, capitalize each word, trim, based on the data type that is here. Now let's go to quantity and let's say transform. Did you see what you have? Very, very different. That is why you need to make sure that you are using the correct data type for your data. Now you are seeing you have round. I'm still going to talk about that because I think I have a place that talks about number, numerical. I'm coming. Text transformation. No, not text transformation. Okay, there should be a numerical transformation somewhere there, Sha. Now, we can see we have round. Round is to round up something. So if you click on round, you will see that you can round normal rounding, you can round up, and you can round down. Then you have absolute value to find the absolute value of that stuff, which is what you're going to use. We have factorial. Some of us remember factorial, 2 factorial, 2 times 1, 3 factorial, 3 times 2 times 1, 4 factorial, 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, like that. You have base 10 logarithm, you have natural logarithm, you have power. Power now have different types. You have the square, you have the cube. Power means power, that is, you yourself will say, what raised to power of what do you want to be there? Then you have square roots, and then you now have text transformation. That is, we cannot now see, there cannot be text in it, that transform. Maybe there's a small letter number 2 or capital letter 2. But what we want to do is we want to do absolute value, right? So I'm just going to click on absolute value, and you see that it's calculated it and it's removed all the negative ones that we have there. Yep. So which one do we want? Version A or version B? A
Version
or B?
B, sir.
I don't want
B.
version
B is it?
B.
Yes.
B is easier. So everybody's saying B. I thought you people don't like mathematics. Okay, B
I
is
love
the
it
best
first.
one. Okay, we want. You are in love with maths. Okay. Okay. I can't find my okay. So B is the what? Is the one to use. Okay, so we'll leave it like this. So let's go to unit price. What do we have here? I think you're familiar with almost everything that is here. So first of all, we look for the NGN and replace NGN with nothing. Or to make life easy, do you know what I will teach you? Let me teach you something. You know, in this case, we are looking for the N, we are looking for the N, we are looking for dollar, NGN, this, that, this, that. Do you know that there's a way that instead of me to look it up, I can just remove everything that comes before the letter? I told you that everything is just coming to my head. Ah, God. Normally, if I was to do this class, normally, if I had to follow what I'm supposed to do, I would have said, okay, we'll start removing the N like we did in the former one. But now, I just noticed that, yes, since what we need here are the numbers, right? We can just remove anything that is not number from here. It's possible. So how do we do that? You asked. Let me show you. So to do that, you can come to transform. You have split column and you have extract. What do you do with split column? Split column will split whatever you have here into two. While extract will only extract, it will not split column into two. It will remove what you need from that column and leave it there. And that thing that you do not need, what are you going to do? It will throw it away. So my people, which one are we using now? Split column and or extract?
Extract.
Based on what I'm saying. Extract. Perfect. Now, when you go to extract now, it means that I want to extract. So let's click on it. Chakam. It will not ask you, what do you want to extract? Do you want to extract length? Do you want to extract first character? Do you want to extract the last character, a range, text before the limiter, text after the limiter, and text between the limiter? This one is not going to give me what I want. Because I say you take text. Okay. 1 minute. Okay, no, 1 minute, 1 minute. Aha, good. Okay, so look at it now. We could have taken extract, but extract will not give me what I want. It's split column that will give me. But what I want is that I want to extract the digits from the non-digits. So all these 275.50, I want to remove all those digits away. That is why I'm going to use split. Because if I use extract, there's nothing that look like that here. What look like that is, I don't even know, nothing. Because all that is here is different. Length means you are extracting a certain length. Maybe something is very long. You want to remove 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, the first 10 or the last 10 or middle 10 data, you use length. First characters, you want to remove the first characters from the front, the number of characters, the first number of characters from the front based on number you want. Last character from the back. Range. So range is also used to, it returns the number of, I think number of data that is there or something. Then text before delimiter. So a delimiter is more like a separator. What separates values from themselves? So it can be minus, it can be dots, it can be plus, it can be anything. So you want to extract the text that are before that delimiter. That's extract. Text after delimiter is the text after the delimiter. You have text between delimiters. So if you have between delimiters, you want to take the text between those delimiters, you use that one. But what you want to do now is not that one. What you want to do is actually, we are going to need to use split column for it because we want to separate the digits from the non-digits. So if I say by digits to non-digits, it means it's starting from digits down to the non-digits. It says what? Split value does what? Split value is split the value in the selected column based on the transition from a digit to a non-digit character. But what we want to do now is from a non-digit to a digit. So I'm going to click that one. Chakam, let's see what happens. Wahala. So when we do that now, what do we see happen? It brings more headache for us. So we had the nairas in one place, the unit price in another place. So that gave us more headache. So all my headache that came now, it just Kafka. So it's wrong. Wait, though. Yeah, that's what will happen actually. So I think the best thing is for us to just use the one that we are running away from by going to each of them one after the other. So first I'll remove all the NGN. This class should end by 8 p.m. Why? So I want to look for all the NGN and I'm going to remove it. Okay. That is removed. Then I'm going to look for all the N. And I'm going to do what? I'm going to remove all the N. Okay. Then what else remain? It remains the dollar. I'm going to replace that as well. My Power BI is hung. I don't know what's going on. Okay. My Power BI is hung. Okay. Okay, we're better now. Right click, replace values. I'm removing all of these. And I'm saying, okay, check them. We are good. And then what do I do? It is in text. Is it supposed to be in text? No, it's supposed to be in numbers. So just come to ABC decimal number because they're decimals, and then remove. Boom. Peace. Yes, Oluwanishola said they have a question. Tell me, what's the question, ma?
All right. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for the
Good
class.
evening. You're
My
welcome.
question is, for the unit price, there is dollar sign and there is naira sign. Was it that they made a mistake by putting dollar sign, or they sold it at dollar rate?
So we have the assumption that everything is supposed to be in one rate, one unified rate, naira.
Okay.
So when people are filling stuff, they made errors and the rest like that. Do you understand now?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Good. You're welcome, ma'am. So we have unit price, we have that is done. So let's go to status. For status, I think status does not have issue other than that normal common one. So we just do what? We just tell it to replace, transform, utilize it word. And let's just see for sharing. Oh, okay. So we are good. I think with that, we've cancelled all the issue that we have. Have we done that?
Phone numbers.
Yes. Yes, phone numbers. Good. So what happens to phone number? What do we do to the phone numbers? The phone numbers can be actually trickish. That's why usually sometimes we can just leave it the way they are. Right? Because if you look at it, is there any error in the phone number? Let us look at it very well. Do we have any error there? Remember I told you about domain knowledge. There's really no error there.
Sir, I think there is that
Tell me.
code with them. I think it's on
There's what?
Okoli.
Okoli.
That plus
Okoli.
2.
This one? Yeah, plus
Yes.
234 is correct actually. Plus
And
23480
then
is
the
correct.
second one without a plus.
Which one? This one is without a plus. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's the same
this is
code.
correct. Yeah, truthfully. So what do we do? Do you say we should add a plus or what? The reason why
so, that
the
has
reason,
a plus. I don't know.
okay, so what? Usually for numbers are usually trickish, and you need to now when you are transforming, you need to actually also know that when you are transforming phone numbers, for example, when you want to transform something, think about what you are doing first. If you transform this number, it's not as though if I put on my phone this, it will go. This, it will go. All these numbers are all correct. If I remove the brackets here, right? I remove all the brackets that are there. It's still back to the same thing. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So that is why
all of them are the same thing because moreover, if you're not going to use your number to do anything,
exactly.
even
Those are the thoughts. Exactly. That's the thought. That is why I intentionally left it alone, or I'm leaving it alone. If you are following me online and you're watching this video after the class has been done, if you see that number side and you feel that there's something you need to add to it, or there's something I should check, I should do, please comment on the YouTube channel and let me know. Thank you. That's a caveat. Good. And for those of you that watch the recording, especially, in case you see something there, tell me. I can always go back to it and then work on it. So I think we are done with the number 1, which is about data cleaning. So should we do number 2, or we should call it a day?
Number 2, abeg.
If you want to take my time. Number 2. No, let everybody in the chat tell me first. Should we do number 2, or we should call it a day? So tell me in the chat. So if you want number 2, just put 2. Call it a day. See, that's all. Life is not hard. So we are agreeing. 2, 1 out of 26. Oh, we have close to 30 or more than 30 people. Everybody's saying 2.
So what about the data type for the phone? Should we leave it at ABC?
Yes, phone numbers are not numbers, actually. Because what do you want to do to the plus 2, 3, 4, or they are not really numbers? Because I remember I told you that numbers that you cannot add up together, do not convert them to numbers. Do you remember that? So for example, phone number, you can't convert it to number. So leave it the way it is. Do you get? Do you get that? Good. Okay, so a lot of people are saying you should do number 2. Okay, so let's go to number 2. Text transformation. So for text transformation now, we have done quite a lot of things in text transformation already. We are familiar with, what's it called? We are familiar with text transformation already. But then, we are going to do something. If you look at all of the text all together, do we notice that there is that? Okay, let's start. Let's look at it. We will notice first that there is this thing across. The first header is wrong, right? So let's bring the, what's it called? The stuff up. And what's it called? That's it called. Use first row as header. As simple, right? Because if you look at it, column 1, column 2, column 3, just like somebody that did not let me sleep some days back. You are seeing it again, it's coming back to you. You know yourself, yes. So, customer name, product code, email, status, these are the headers. You know, everybody, right? So, based on the last example we did, what am I supposed to do, everybody? What am I supposed to do? Use first row as header. So, see it here, it's down there. So I say use first row as header, chakam, and then I do that. So once I do that, the first row becomes the headers automatically. Then what happens next? If I look at this first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, all of them have, there's a trim, there's this white space everywhere, one way or the other. Mr. Bankole, is there a way that I can trim all the columns at once? Obviously. How do I do that? I come here, not there. Click here, hold your control, and highlight all of them at once. When you highlight all of them at once, you can then come to format, and what can you do? You can trim everything at once. Chaka, boom. Yeah, that does that for us. After trimming, what else again?
Come over again.
Oh yeah, let's do it again. How do I do it? I click on the first one, I press Control, and I highlight all of them. So when you click on Control and you click, it highlights all of them together. Do you get that? Some people will also say you can click on one, press Shift, and just use your arrow key. Anyone works for you. Life is not hard. It's not difficult. So you do that, then you just go to Home. You can do it from Home, or you can do it from Home. You can do it from where? Transform. Go to Transform, go to Format, and then click on Trim. That trims all of it for us. Do you see? All of that has gone. I think it's better we even just use that method. The case as well. All the cases. Do we notice that all the cases too? We can use that for the cases.
But the email will be a problem unless you're not going to highlight the email.
The email will be a problem. Thank you very much. These are forward-looking people. So that means I have to do it one after the other. So for customer name, what do we do? I can just go to format, capitalize each word, right? And we are good on that. No issue at all. Or do you have any issue? Nope, that's very good. For product code, what do I do? Product code, PRD ought to be in capital letters. So what do? I can just go to format and say uppercase. And then that brings that to uppercase. For email address are best suited for lowercase, right? So what do? Right click, transform, lowercase, and we are all in lowercase. Then for status, what do? Right click, transform, and capitalize each word. Then if I check, just to check active cancel completed, good. So we are good at all fronts. That is number 2. Please, are we following?
So I'll do number 3.
I'll do number 3, don't worry. Okay, number 3. So number 3 is us to split the columns, right? So number 3 are trying to split the columns. So what do we do in number 3? So first off is we need this one to go up. Use first row as header. Now, I don't want this file name to be together. I want that the first name is different from this last name. So I want that one column to turn into 2 columns. Do you understand? I want the first name separate from the second name. So I think let me just be arranging it as I'm doing it. I can drag this one up. So we know we've done. Then number 3 as well. Good. So how do I do it now? So click here. What I want to do is I want to transform. So I go to split column. I ask myself, on what basis do I want to use to split this column? Do I want to split the column based on the delimiter? Do I want to split the column based on number of characters? Do I want to split column based on position or the others? What I want to do is based on delimiter. So since it's based on delimiter, that is based on something that is unique across board that is separating. So I clicked on it. Now automatically it detected the delimiter, that the delimiter that is in between is space. Chidi space Okafor. Amina space Bello. Olayinka space Adebayo. Fatima space Hassan, and the rest like that. So how do I do that? I click on here. Let's assume it was not space before. It was something else. Let's say assume it's not anything that is in this place. It is something that usually you know. You can come to custom and then put that thing there yourself. But what you want to put now is space. So we just go to space. We don't need to disturb ourselves. Are you following? Just say okay. And then it splits for you. Once it splits for you, you can see that it has split it for you. Then you can now do what? You can now rename this. Always remember to rename so you don't get confused. So this is what? First name. And this would be what? Last name. As simple as that. Life is not meant to be hard. Then we can say, okay, let's assume, what if I want to extract the domain of everybody? I want to extract the domain. So such that you have the email user and you have the domain. We are just trying to split, right? So let's split that. So in this case, if I want to split email, what is the delimiter? What do you think is the delimiter that I wish to split email? Anybody? I want the domain to be different. Thank you very much. The @ So usually the email have the email user at the domain. Are you following? So how do I do that? Right click or do what? Right click. You can right click and see split column here as well. Then you can click on this. And then in this case, the domain, you can see now that it did not pick space. It know that there's nothing to you really use. He said, okay, custom, Oh yeah, what do you want? Go. What do you want? Okay, what I want is art. I now click on art. Then I say what? Okay. Now you can see the 3D this and these are the domain. So here you can now say, okay, oh, this one is, let's say, email user. And you can now say this one is you can say this one may be email domain. Email domain like this. Bam 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 bam. Right? Good. Then we have the phone number again in this place. So what do we do to the phone number? For this phone number, what if we do something like this? What if we say, since we're not doing that place, let's do it in this place. What if we say we replace values such that we first replace the bracket and then we replace the, does it make sense? This other one. And then we replace the minus. Let's see. And then maybe space too. Replace space. And then we replace the plus. Oh yeah, what about this? Does it make sense?
How about the 2, 2, 3, 4 replacing with 0?
Yes, I thought of that. But look at this. Do you know that this number here is 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? You to pick this 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 and turn it to 0. See this one too. So do you see? Do you
And
notice?
the last one too.
So that's why you don't do stuff like that. I thought
The
of
main
it.
reason is just leave the phone number alone.
Thank you very much. I know that some of you will have thought that, Tobacco, why don't you think you did this way? That's why I did it that way. So yeah, you will see that sometimes there are some trouble in life. Let me just bring that one in. There are some trouble in life that the best thing, as you see that trouble, leave that trouble and go. As you see it, just trouble. This one is, your Bible will say, Okoje Mimi is more than me. Just leave it and do what? Move. That's so that's that one. So what do we do again? So let's say we want to do the address. For the address now, we want to split the address. We have 15 Ikoyi Road, comma, Lagos. GRA, comma, this one, comma. So let's we want to print the address in one place. I want to put the
The city.
The city. Or we can say, what if we want to say, okay, let's say we pick the number of the address, the street name, the street number, the city, and the state. Anyway, it works, isn't it? Anyway, it's fine, right? But I think we should just use that. Yes, now. So if we want to pick the city number now, we can say we split by delimiter. The delimiter will be comma, Abi? Yes, comma across all. So right click. Yes, so let's first split. Yeah, we can use comma and space. Perfect. That's a smarter way. So if we use comma and space, I will not need to trim. Me, I wanted to trim for you later, but now you said comma. You see, it's even say comma already. But let's pick custom now. So we want comma and space. So let's see what happens. Boom, it does that already for us. So I've done comma and space. Now this one, what if we now do this one, that this is going to be the number, the street number should be in one place. What do you think? Or we should leave it like this? So we can use, you don't need to use extract. We should use extract. Not really. We can use extract in this case, but extract will not work. Extract will not split it. Extract will only remove. And the one that is wrong, that is not needed, to take it away. That's how we know the user. That's why we're not using extract. So you use split column again. You can now use split column based on, let's say, digits to non-digits. So if we use digit to non-digit now, see what happens. So you have all the digits, the non-digits, and we are good. Now you have the street. So here you have the street number, street 15. Here you have the what should we call this one? Maybe city or state.
Its name.
What should we call this? Street name. Okay. So let's say street name. So you have the street number here, street number, street name, and here we have the city, or state. I think, no, let's use that city. City is enough. Do we all get that? So that is how you do that. So you can see, but this is supposed to be a number, right? So let's just take it to number. Boom. Yeah, that's the street. Hello. So for the this case, since the exactly where it needs to be, I can just click on and you see minus, it has even picked it itself. You can see each occurrence. So let me quickly talk about it. Leftmost occurrence is, let's say this minus is showing, let's pick it apart that I will see the difference. So I pick leftmost occurrence. Let's see what happens. Check out. You see, it started from the left. It picked only that first one and left the second one alone. That is not what we want, but I wanted to do it so that you will see it. So let's do it again. So let's pick rightmost occurrence now. Split, delimiter, rightmost occurrence. It starts from the back. Do you see? It started from the back. Do you see that? Is that what we want? No. We remove that. Then remove that again. So what exactly do we want? We want each and every of them to do what? To be removed. So what do? Split, delimiter, and we say each occurrence of the delimiter. Everywhere that delimiter shows, you should do what? You show. And then you just say okay. So when you say okay, come, let me see, what do you have in the down section? So you say how many place rows do you want to split it into? That's what you have in advance. So you want to split it into 3. So you can just say okay, and then we have 1, 2, and 3. So here can be the category code. Here can be the type code. And here can be the, let me just say number. Good. Are we following? I think we should stop here, Abby. So we've done number 3. I think we should stop here. We should stop, Abby. Good. So we'll continue from. If I do number what? Number 4, it's not be sad. Okay, number 4. It's not be bad. Okay, let's do number 4. Jara on top. So that way our next class is be easier. So number 4, let's look at it. Funny how nobody has even left the classes. Okay, let's do number 4. And let's do number 4. Okay, so number 4 now. So number 4. Same thing. Use first row as header. Now, what do we want to do? So if number 4 is about duplicate remover. Number 4 is about duplicate remover. So how do we identify the duplicates? Are you following? How do we identify the duplicates? So to identify the duplicates, so you can just come here. You come to this top corner here and just say keep duplicates first, for example. You can see these are duplicates. So that means there's duplicates there. So So you have 1, 2. So duplicate in this case does not mean duplicate in one place like Lagos earlier. No, duplicate in this case means duplicate in terms of the full row is duplicated. Everything across board is the same thing. That is what duplicate means. Do you understand? That is what duplicate means. So this method I'm going to use now is going to do across board. Some people can say, come to this place and say, come here, right click here and say remove duplicates. Do you understand? Some people can say, come here, right click and remove duplicates. Me, I don't really like that method because it might be what is duplicate in this place, which might not really translate what is duplicate across board. So the best way to remove duplicate is to come to this corner here, click on it, and come down to say remove duplicate. So you see, see, there's remove duplicate there. So you click on remove duplicate. So we have 15 rows. We know that there's extra 2 that are duplicates. So I just say remove duplicate. What do I have? You can see we have 13 rows now. So if I come back to that place and say keep duplicates now, I will anything again. The table is empty. It's as simple as that. And I think everything is okay, except for this name. The name is not what it's supposed to be. So capitalize each word. And what else again? I think we are good. We are good. We are fine. Yes, we are good. We are going to do what I think buttons for today. So thank you very much, everybody, for staying tuned from the
Mr.
beginning.
Bako, I have a question.
Yes, I was going to ask the question.
In this duplicate table now,
Any
this
question?
the number row number 3 and row number 8, it's still the same person, but it did not remove.
Let's see. Number 3 and number 8. 3 and 8. So why didn't it remove? Later. That means 3 is showing twice. So let's see. Let's investigate. There might be a tree in somewhere. You can see when I tell you data analytics now. Okay. So why is it not removing? Oh. Clear filter. So let's do it again. Let's see. Come here. Remove duplicates. Think that has done now. So that means, okay, no, I've done what happened. See, let's go back to when it was like this. You know, it was like this. This is the original one, 15, isn't it? Number 3 and number what? 8, isn't it? Number 3 here and number 3 here, and this one, isn't it? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Look at it. Remember that we first removed the duplicate before we changed the what is it called? When we removed the duplicate, this was what was there. It's looking as though they are different. They are the same. They are different. I mean, they are the same, but they are really different. That is why you need to be careful about what's that thing called? Case sensitivity. He did not see capital A, small M-I-N-A-B, and capital A, capital M, capital I, capital N. He's seen them differently. Do you understand? He's seen them what? Differently. So instead, what do we do? So that means the best thing for us to have done is to first capitalize each word. So let's delete everything. So this is the normal way. So let's first do what? Let's first come here and let's format, capitalize each word. Good. Now, once we have now done this, we can now then what? We can now remove duplicates. So let's see now. Perfect. Now this is the perfect duplicate removed. Do we have any other one that is now? Good. So these are things that you need to do what? You need to take note of. Any other question before we call it a day? Any other question before today? Okay, so in absence of no question, this is your assignment. Before, okay, Promise. Promise has asked, she has raised her hand. Tell me, what's the question, Promise?
Hello, sir. I was wondering, we normally profile the first 1,000 data sets. What about a situation where we have more than 1,000 data sets and
Data
the
set.
1,000 data sets has been profiled? Yes. And
Yes.
I'm trying to find out whatever, when we are doing the cleaning, even though we have more than 1,000 data sets, does it reflect
Yes.
in the other ones that is not being displayed?
Yes, it reflects in every other one. Every other one. It reflects. It's just previewing it. Do you understand? It's just previewing it. It doesn't mean that it will not, what's it called? It's just previewing it. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
But you can always come here, click on it, then you can choose it to change entire data set. Yeah, but be careful. You might have billions, millions of rows there. So that's why it's always leave it as 1,000 there.
Okay, sir.
But then what if the error is now, this is where Wala cannot come. What if that error is not inside the first 1,000? I laugh in Japanese. So that's why sometimes you first do the one you can see. There's a reality. This is a reality I'm telling you. You first do the one you can see that you have gone across with your tukurukuru, I have seen it. Then you load. After loading, then if you now see there's some other error, you can now come back to this place and come and clean those errors. Reality is speaking now. I repeat, there are some errors that you might have missed. So you have loaded it in. It will tell you error. Just come back, take note of the error, come back and come and clean that error. Check it now. Another person has raised their hands. Let's see. Oichi.
Mr. Bunkel, actually, my question is not from this one you did now. My question is concerning the date formats. So, like, assuming like
we are still coming there.
Okay, never reached there. Okay, so when you reach, okay, sorry, sir.
Date is problem master. Did you see? Date. See date. Problem master. One problem on its own. Let me see whether the date I have here will cover some things. Yeah, I should be able to. Good. I think it's cover everything. Amina Abdurrahim. Should be so happy seeing this date now. Oh, she has left already. Oh my God. This date gave her headache, eh? She could not sleep for 3 days. So this date. So yes, is here. You do it. I'm going to do dates. You're going to do date calculations, how to get age, all these things cheaply, easily. Yeah, don't worry. There's more to come now. Don't worry. They're rushing. Let us rush bit by bit. So this week, next week, we'll finish everything. Okay, I think that's all for today. I don't know if anybody have any other question. I've responded to Promise. I've responded to Oluchi. So in case you are watching this recording and you have more questions, please, if you are part of the community on WhatsApp, drop the question in your WhatsApp community. I will surely respond to you. And if you're not part of the community on WhatsApp, you're a fellow listener or follower of this on YouTube, please drop the question right on YouTube. I would respond to you right on YouTube. So thank you very much. For those of you that like what we are doing, please follow, share, tell your friends about it, let them watch our this thing. I've tried to make everything easy now. It is all now in a single playlist. So if you are following, you can follow it one after the other. So as we are releasing it, it will just be updating itself into the playlist. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming. Thank you for being part of today's class, and I really appreciate. Thank you for learning Power BI with Banky. We're moving from data to what? To insights. Thank you very much, and God bless. Bye-bye for now.